name is Jonathan Sheehan, and I'm the Global Brand Curator for Passion. And one of the things I get the privilege of doing is looking after Passion conferences and helping to make sure that everything that's in our hearts and everything that God has asked us to carry for Passion, that we actually accomplish that. So this year at Passion 2018, we were in 4 locations. We had 2 arenas in Atlanta, State Farm and Infinite Energy, a theater in DC called the Anthem, and then the theater at Grand Prairie in Texas. So that's 4 venues in 3 different states and 2 different time zones. And we wanted to link all of those together so that we could have one event that happened in 4 places. It's 36,000 students moving in the same direction with the same heartbeat, all towards Jesus over these few days. At Passion, we do try to plan a lot beforehand because we believe the more planned we are, the more flexible we can be. But we also want to be sensitive to God's leading in the moment. And so we need to have some ways we can have real-time communication. So one way that worked out this year was we had a room called Master Control. Every year at the end of Passion, we have an evaluation process and we rate everything that we do internally. Was it good? Was it bad? How did it work? What could we improve upon? And one of the takeaways from that last year was it would be great if we had a place where we could see every camera feed from every venue. We could see what was about to be on screen, what was already on screen. And Master Control allowed us to take a macro level view of the whole event to make sure that we were consistently excellent and to make sure that all the moments landed the way we want them to. So if a worship set's about to end and Christine Cain's about to walk on stage and deliver a talk, then we want to make sure that not only do all 4 bands end at the same time, but they end in the same moment, in the same way, because if one band is ending in something that's really big and celebratory and another band is in a super meditative, very holy moment, and someone came on stage and they started cheering and we realized, oh, that was great, but it felt a little bit like whiplash. And so one of the things we think through in programming is how do we make sure that we don't have any of those whiplash moments where you feel like you're going in one direction, all of a sudden there's a hard left turn. And Master Control this year really helped us to do that because whatever was happening right now was always being viewed in what was happening next. We could communicate to all the bands on stage, we could communicate to all of the hosts, we could communicate to all the speakers. And so it was very easy for us to say, here's what's going on, here's what you need to know for the moment you're about to lead so that you can lead that well. One of the other things that was super helpful this year at Passion was we had a room called the Link Room. And the Link Room was basically a live video conference with all 4 venues where all the worship leaders, all of the production leads, and all the speakers and all the hosts would get together right before we had a session and talk through what was going to happen. We would say, Louis, what direction do you think you're going with your talk, so that all 4 worship leaders could know and they could lead in a way that would help us all to move in one direction. And it was super helpful. It created a great sense of family. Even though we were in different geographic places, we felt like we had one heartbeat together. And that's really the point of it. So we even learned from that for Passion City Church, where we have multiple locations, is that it's important to get everyone in the same room to make sure we're moving forward with one heartbeat. And whether it's Master Control at Passion or it's a weekly church gathering, communication is key because communication fosters unity. And we've seen that communication also paves the way for excellence.